still want to go hang out on Friday? Huh? What? Boy, if you don't get out of here, I'm gonna knock you upside your head. Just kidding. I'm not violent. I do not condone violence, but you got me messed up. What?
And it feels like
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a chit chat, get ready with me, featuring a nice glass of red wine. I love wine. I really love wine. Today is Saturday, and today is just like a nice little chill day, and I really wanted to film. And someone had commented that they wanted to see more get ready with me's, so this is a get ready with me. So yeah, I love watching get ready with me's, and I want to start doing them more. But my only problem is like when I'm getting ready, y'all, I'm typically rushing because I'm running late. So setting up a camera is the last thing on my mind. So what I want to start doing is like, you know, being on time and filming myself actually getting ready, but you know, getting ready ahead of time so that I can do more of these types of videos. Today's topic is going to be about my thoughts on, you know, dating and stuff. I'm not trying to, yeah, I still got some guys that may watch my, you know, videos, and I'm not trying to expose anybody, and I feel like some of the situations are a bit too fresh, and that's not the type of person I am to, you know, be trying to expose people. Long story short, I mean, to sum it up, like, I am single. I've been in one long-term, like, you know, serious relationship before when I was in college, and honestly, like, maybe I'll make a story time about that because enough time has passed, and that was definitely an experience. And honestly, I feel like I've learned so much about myself since that time, and you know, I've grown so much since my first relationship, and you know, we were both just so young and we just grew apart, and it was just a lot. But long story short, we just grew apart, and that's that. And you know, I don't have anything bad to say about him or anything like that. Like, that was both of our first like real relationships, so we definitely came across some bumps along the way, but I can definitely see now, like looking back, like where I went wrong, and what I could do differently and stuff like that. So yeah, that was my first relationship. And after that, I remember like breaking up. I was the one that, I don't like saying like I was the one that broke up with him, or, you know, because it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. But I just came to a point where I was just like, enough is enough. Like, it just got so toxic, and he took it well. I mean, I feel like we were both kind of fed up towards the end. It was just kind of like, yo, this is too much. So we both kind of like agreed that enough was enough. And this is a birthmark, by the way. Some people think it's makeup that's just sitting on my neck, but no, it's a birthmark. It's not just makeup. We were just like, you know, enough is enough, and that was that. And y'all, even though I was the one that kind of initiated the breakup, I took it so hard. Like, that was such a sad time. That was such a hard time in my life, like getting over that. And I remember like literally, not to sound too dark, but y'all, I was really going through it. I was feeling physical pain after that breakup. Like, I remember like laying on my floor, just crying and thinking like, I'm never gonna get past this. So I can make like a whole another like chit chat talking about heartbreak and stuff, just because like I really realized like I want my channel to be more than just like, oh, that's a cute outfit, or oh, like pretty. I want it to be more of like a safe place where young women can come to you know, hear conversations and start conversations about certain things. And yeah, so that's why I really do want to start talking about more stuff. So if you guys want to hear more about like my breakup story and like dealing with heartbreak, I will be more than happy to sit down and film one. I remember like when it was all happening, I would try to film because at this point though, it was like triggered by anger. Like I wonder if I still have that footage. Like I set up my camera and I would just be like going off like he this, he that, and then like crying. It was a mess. It was a mess. But I feel like now like I can calmly sit down and I have like a clear perspective and like I'm able to, you know, talk about it without being angry or being sad. So yeah, if you guys want that video, I'll be more than happy to get on here and do that. So yeah, after that experience, I remember it took me a little while to start dating again. It took me a little while. My ex moved on before I did. You know, a couple months, he was back out there. But, you know, it took me a little bit, I'm just playing. It took me a little bit longer to heal from it because I've realized like I am a very emotional person. I don't really show it, but things be getting to me. But I remember one time it hit me and, you know, I prayed. I talked to my sister about it. I really did heal from it all before I started trying to go out there and date. And anyways, long story short, I was like, you know, enough is enough. I can choose to sit around and keep crying and being sad about this, or I could just move on. And it was, I think we were going into the year of 2020. Yeah, wow, we were going into the year of 2020, I think. And I remember I was like, okay, we can like drag this and keep being sad, or like it's been already like a couple months, like it's time for me to snap out of it. I started dating. Long story short, that was the most toxic, like when I look back at that situation, I definitely grew so much from that. Like everything had to happen for me to become like who I am today. Like I ignored so many red flags, y'all. And I think, you know, this guy was like, at that time, like I found this guy so attractive. And when we would hang out, it was just like no communication really. Like it was just like lust, like attraction, like lust. And I was blinded by lust. Like on the outside, it seemed like he had himself together. Like he was in like grad school, had all this stuff going on. It seemed like for him, like it seemed like he had himself together, had his own place. Like on paper, it seemed like, whoa, this guy's cool. But inside, this guy was really broken. And I ignored all of the signs that showed me that. Things would happen. I remember he would go like a month without texting me. And I would just be like, what? Then he would reach back out like, oh, I've just been going through stuff, like come through. And I would go like, come by. There would be signs because I was driven off of lust. Then something happened that, you know, really, I don't want to say broke me, because it didn't break me. It definitely shaped me into something, but it was a hard time. Like I went through like a traumatic experience with this guy. Like traumatic. Maybe one day I'll I'll go into detail, but I'm not gonna go into detail now. Like, it was just like really dark, like a dark time for me. It was like right before I moved here to Texas. And that whole thing lasted about 6 months. So that happened and I was just like really sad and like hurt and just, I had a choice. Like, am I gonna fall into a depression and like lose track of like what I'm focused on, like moving out here to Houston, or am I gonna heal in private and work on my goals and this mission that I was on of moving out here. And that's what I did. I deactivated like Instagram stuff, and I just really focused on my goal. And from that situation with dating was like, okay, dating is like a trial. Like it's like you're getting to know someone, and you need to be as observant as possible. You need to take in like what they're telling you, what they're most importantly, what they're showing you with their action. You have to take all of that in, and you have to like, it's like an assessment. You have to go through and really think like, is this compatible to me in like long term? Like, is this someone who I could see like really being with? Oh, you need to have some intention behind getting to know another person when you're dating, and you have to be observant with who you're getting to know, and take every single thing that they're showing you and like really like write it out, and like the pros and the cons. Like, is this someone who I could grow with? So I was so blinded with like, he's 6'3", like he got like nice hair, like he like works out and stuff. Like, oh my God, no. Do not get blinded by that stuff, because that stuff is so comes and goes. Like, that stuff does not matter. Like, it's nice, like, yeah, you're tall, like you're cute, but like you also say that you don't love yourself. You also ghosted me for a month. You also, like, the list goes on and on. So that lasted for about 6 months, until I like opened my eyes and saw. But I was forced to open my eyes because of a like being hurt, like a traumatic event. Moving out here to Houston, and I start being more open towards guys reaching out to me. Because it's like, you know, I'm trying to meet different people. So guys like would DM me talking about like, oh, I saw your video, like you moved to Houston, me too. Let me take you out on a date, type of thing. I met this guy, and we met through YouTube, and I'm not gonna go into detail because I'm not trying to put anyone on blast. That was very interesting, y'all. That will be a story. That was very funny. Oh, that was hilarious. Some of these guys really think we're clowns. Like, some of these guys really think we're like stupid. And it's like, believe me, I think 3 steps ahead, 10 steps ahead. Like, I peep certain things, and I know when, like, after that situation with that guy back home that I said lasted for like 6 months, now I see certain things, and I notice certain things, and I don't ignore things, and I trust like my intuition so much. I just started seeing little things, like my intuition was just telling me like, yo, it's about time for you to go. Like, it's about time for this chapter to end. And long story short, things happened, and something happened, and I'm just like, wow, like 3 months. And this time though, I noticed these red flags, and what was interesting is I noticed these red flags, but I was trying to make a plea deal, because like I liked hanging out with him. We had such a good time, like we got along. I thought he liked me, I liked him, like everything was cool. But when I started noticing these little red flags, and my intuition was like, Jess, like if you stay in this, you are going to get hurt more than you've ever been hurt before. And I remember that like came to me one night, like after we hung out. I woke up with that feeling like, if you continue this, you're gonna end up being hurt more than you were before. So we had a conversation, and we tried, you know, being friends and like kind of taking things a little bit slower and really getting to know each other. And I was like, you know, it was like not wanting to let go of this person because y'all are having good time. So trying to kind of like tiptoe around it, kind of knowing that like you don't see a future with this person because they're not able to give you what you want. And he straight up told me that he wasn't ready to give me like commitment, and like not ready for a relationship. He wasn't fully in tune with himself, you know? And he straight up told me these things, but still I was trying to like, okay, well, maybe we can be friends. Maybe we can, you know what I mean? Like still trying to like make something work from it. And then it just hit me. I was just like, whoa, no. Cause like my intuition just kept telling me like, he's literally telling you he cannot do this. So back out. And as soon as I like that ended, the next day he like flew a whole nother girl out. So it's like I dodged a bullet, like I dodged a whole shootout. Like, yeah, that's another key is like when you see these things, you need to think quick and take action. Like there's no time to be like talking about, oh, well, maybe. Nope. No. If a guy tells you straight to your face that he is not ready for a committed relationship and he is not ready to commit to you and you are too good for them, that's it. On to the next. So that happened, and I would say like I cried for a day and I moved on because I realized that why would I sit around crying for something that was completely fake? He literally was trying to play me the entire time. With flying this girl out and stuff, like I had no idea, like how are you gonna, you know, things don't work and the next day you're flying some whole girl out, filming videos and stuff, and like that was just so like, whoa, but okay. So yeah, I just learned with that to heal in private. Like once, you know, things were said and I saw that, I feel like the old me would be like, what? How dare you? Da, 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 cussing people out, like going off, like, cause you know, sometimes I could be a hothead and that's something that I'm working on. So the old me would have just been like going off, like da 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 da, like not letting it go. But what I did with this time, I allowed myself to cry for, I would say like 2 days. And then after seeing that, I was just like, how can I give emotion and energy to something that was fake? Like he literally tried to play me. So I just healed in private. I didn't, you know, start doing like little subliminal things like, oh, it's funny how when guys that, nope, none of that. Heal in private, talk to, you know, friends, talk to my sister, like talk it out throughout myself, pray about it, move on, next. Because certain things are just not worth your energy. Like certain things are just not worth it. Like what I learned with my first relationship is like, you have to be in control of your emotions. Do not ever allow any situation, any person to take control of your emotions. You are in control. And that's something I had to learn the hard way with my first relationship, because there was a lot of times where I let anger or a situation or something he said get the best of me to where I'm over here acting out. I'm over here like going crazy. Like it got so bad one time my mom was like, Jess, you need to chill because you're gonna end up having a stroke over this boy. Over this little guy. Like, no. Over here stressing out, I'm getting gray hairs, having strokes over what? Oh, absolutely not. So yeah, so that lasted 3 months. And now the most recent thing that happened was a situation where I was talking to this guy out here in Houston, and you know, we got along, everything was fine, everything was going good, and then had a little disagreement, so small. I just shared my thoughts because that's another thing that I learned about dating. I'm not gonna sit here trying to be just yeah, no. If I don't like something, I'm gonna speak up, I'm gonna say it. That's just how I've learned that I have to be, because cut to the chase. This is me, you like it or you leave it. Like, you like it or you don't. Like, that's it. So I just saw something that I didn't really like and I expressed it in a respectful way. And he expressed how he felt about it. Cool. We can agree to disagree. I express how I feel about something, you express how you feel about it. If we don't see eye to eye on it, cool, proceed. If it's something that I can't look past, end it here. If not, we keep going. Like, it's okay to not agree with someone. But the problem was, he sends this long paragraph, long paragraph, talking about da 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 da. So anyways, he sends this long paragraph, and where he messed up is he starts trying to bring up, oh, well, you were running late the past 2 times that we tried to hang out, which messed up all of my plans, and you need to pursue me. You don't text me back. You don't. I'm like, oh, so you want to do like that? And I was like, you know, that's where you went wrong, because you're trying to flip the table and point it towards an attack towards me. Like, what? When did, I think like Sweetie said this in some clip that I saw on Instagram, like, when did boyfriends want to start getting treated like girlfriends? Like, when did that happen? Because what you mean me pursue you? I don't text you enough. I literally was putting in so much effort to, like, I'm a busy person. Like, I'm literally teaching all day. I'm a teacher. Like, I'm a teacher. What you expect from me? I cannot sit here texting back to back. But like, I would make a conscious effort to like respond quick enough, because I actually was really interested in him, and like FaceTime him first, text him first. Like, you're talking about I'm not pursuing you? What on earth? So it's just like the fact that he took what I said and like his ego got hurt so much to where he started trying to like come at me talking about, well, you this and you that. If those things hurt you, you should have said something when that happened. And that's pretty much what I said. And I just like told him about himself in a respectful way. I expressed how I felt in a very respectful way and left it at that. And he was like, oh, well, do you still want to hang out? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. These guys really think we're clowns. Like, they really think that we are clowns. You're gonna do all that, then talking about, oh, you still want to go hang out on Friday? Huh? What? Boy, if you don't get out of here, I'm gonna knock you upside your head. Just kidding. I'm not violent. I do not condone violence, but you got me messed up. What? All right, guys, so my camera keeps dying, but I do this new thing now. I use edge control for my brows. I just like the way it gives me like that laminated effect. And I went ahead and put on my accessories off camera. But yeah, like, those are my thoughts on dating. Long story short, I do not wish any of these guys any bad will, any bad intention. I honestly wish them all well, and I feel like I've learned from each and every one of them. So I wouldn't say dating is a waste of time. I definitely think dating is a time where you're able to learn a lot about yourself and other people. So yeah. But yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this little chit chat get ready with me. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below any topics that you want me to talk about, or any thoughts on the topic that we talked about today. Subscribe to my channel if you're new to my channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, and I'll talk to you guys very soon in my next video. Bye, guys.